just quickly explaining how everything works. We did a portfolio management website, a very rudimentary one where we basically collect um, we use the data for stocks, which is randomly generated, which I'm going to go over, and then we organize it into a B tree, and then we get input from the user in order to get the particular ticker for the stock that they quote unquote purchased and the purchase price at which they purchased it. At which point we calculate the difference between the two values of the real price and the price at which they purchased, and we organize it into a max heap in order to present it to them. Basically, like, hey, this is how your portfolio is performing, for like an easy way to look at it on the website. I'll go kind of the flow of how we structured it in order to get everything to work. So first is a simple Python script to basically generate all tickers and all the stock data. We decided to randomly generate one because all the APIs that were available to us were too small, and we needed at least 100,000 nodes for our B tree or whatever data structure we were using. So we decided to generate, I think it's 425,000 or so stocks, and they're all here in a JSON file after you run the generate stock.py. Um, After we have that data, we go ahead into B tree structure and sort of like organizing the data into a B tree structure. This is just the header file to kind of initiate everything, and in B tree CPP, we have a few functions to initiate the tree and then iterate and parse through the allstocks.json in order to insert it all into the right order within the B tree. We also have some helper functions for search and search by ticker, which are going to be useful later on when we do decide to use user input in order to search something in the B tree. And then we have in-order traversal, obviously, to display something in the all the data in the right order. Now let's go onto the heap.
So we build the heap in place by taking in an array and size as the parameters. We use heapify to maintain the max heap property where the root should be greater than everything else. Essentially, the way that the heap is implemented is that after the B tree is populated by the database, user input will determine the ticker and the price the stock was bought for versus the current price in the database. The difference is taken to become the relative delta. That delta is what is going to be added into the heap through the insert stock function. So the greatest value is easily accessed at the top. The heap has the additional functionality for the deletion of a stock.
Yeah, awesome. And then in the this is just the main file where we basically bring it all together. We use the JSON LLOHMNAN library in order to parse everything. Obviously for the JSON file, I'm not going to go into specifics because we are kind of running out of time. I think there's a 5-minute limit. But basically, we parse through we initiate the tree, we put all the data into the tree, then we go into the user input and we collect everything that they inputted on the website that we're going to jump into in a minute. And then from there, we use the inputted tickers to grab them from the B tree, get the delta, push it into the heap, and then display it on the website back again. This is the HTML code for the website, and here is the website itself. So here it is. So you get put in this wonderful, beautiful web page that looks really great and definitely has potential to get improved in the future. But you get to add some equities. So let's go ahead and add some right now. For example, we can add something like AAB, and then have the stock price to be 605. Let's add something more. Let's say XYZ, and make the stock price 100. Let's add like a real company, Google, and let's make their stock 123. After you put all the stocks that you quote unquote bought at the particular price that you bought them at, you just press submit. It saves the file, and the file goes back into our code. It's going to be called nuquity.json. This is all the data that we just collected from the user. From there, it goes back into the HTML. It gets and main. It gets parsed. It gets delted, organized into a max heap. And when you go back to the website and you press view your holdings, it's going to display. So yeah, when you go back, you just press the view holdings, and it displays the deltas basically in decreasing order, using the stock price that we collected from the randomly generated data set that we fetch from the B tree, and then get the delta of with the price that we inputted, and basically those deltas are organized in this descending order. Thank you.